Yeah.
I've got notes. I've done notes, but we just need to add to them.
We just need to actually fill it with content.
We can have content. There is content, but no. I mean, the thing is, all right. We'll try it. We'll busk it.
Welcome to the Tuesday Show with CJ and Ted. This week is all about food. Nom nom nom.
Food, glorious food.
Hot chocolate and custard.
What about mustard?
Mustard too.
I like hot chocolate though. Hot chocolate's good. Did you say hot chocolate? I don't know what you said.
I said hot. I did say hot chocolate.
Oh, that's all right.
Then I said custard. Then you said mustard.
So I've got hot chocolate stuck in my head now.
Is that hot chocolate? Okay.
Way from you sexy thing. You sexy thing, you. Anyway, talking of mustard.
Talking of mustard, did I tell you about the pub that I went to the other day? It'll remain nameless.
Okay.
I've forgotten the name of it. Yeah, I went there. I asked for some mustard. And they said, no, we're not allowed to serve mustard.
That's odd.
That is incredibly odd. Not, we don't have any mustard. Not, we've just run out of mustard. Not, the mustard's in the other room. Or, I'm sorry, can you not clearly see the mustard is already on the table, sir? Right? None of those things. It was, we're not actually allowed to serve mustard. So I really don't understand what was going on there.
Why would they not serve mustard? Is there an ingredient in mustard that is on the banned substance list or something?
I don't know. Hang on a minute. I'll Google it.
So what are they serving? Crack in their mustard?
Crack in the mustard. It could be. We'll see what ingredients we've got.
All right. Just going to dial up the old tinterwebs.
Dial up the tinterweb. Right. Okay. So 200 millilitres of double cream. 700 millilitres. Yeah, egg yolk. No, hang on. I've Googled custard ingredients. Hang on, there's one away. Mayonnaise, what's that got to do with that? Okay, so according to this, and by this I mean the internet.
The internet is never wrong.
It's cracked. It's just cracked bruised mustard seed mixed with water, vinegar, lemon, wine, or other liquids.
So no nuts then?
No nuts, no gluten probably, no... What else?
No animal products?
Peanuts. Oh no, you said nuts.
Yeah.
Peanuts are a nut, aren't they?
Yes, they are. So are you. Well, that's just... I find that very odd.
It was, yeah. It felt very odd. It felt like an odd situation.
Yeah.
You know when you somebody says something or somebody does something, and it catches you so off guard that you really don't have an answer.
Yes.
Or you can't really say, what do you mean? What do you mean you can't have mustard?
How dare you, sir?
You know, it's like when somebody walks into your, not that it happens, but if it happened, if somebody walked into your front room and slapped you in the face with a badger. Or a beaver, or a big cat.
Well,
you know, if somebody came in and did that to you and slapped you in the face with a badger, they could probably do that and then get away and get some distance before you'd even computed actually what's happened there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because part of you wouldn't believe it's happened. Part of you would think, well, was it a badger? Was it a skunk? I don't know. You know.
Did he just hit me with a badger?
I was a zoologist. What the hell? So, yeah, it's going to take you a little while to work out what's exactly happened to you that day.
True enough.
I don't know where I was going with that. Badgers. Oh, yes. So it's the same sort of experience. It's like, what do you mean you were not allowed to serve mustard? But they're not allowed to serve mustard. I did not ask them why. I just sort of checked, understanding really. You're not allowed to serve mustard? No, we're not.
Well, I think that I think we'll be avoiding that particular chain if you ever remember who they are.
If I ever do, I'll let the listeners know once it's.
Yeah, so if you do, let's name and shame.
Yeah, once I name and shame the chain.
Yeah,
I've yeah, I'll try and crystallise my thoughts on that.
Okay.
If I do find out where it is, I'll go back and ask if the same's true for custard.
Yes, maybe that's what. Maybe they thought you meant custard. You wanted custard with your mixed grill, and they said, "Oh no, we can't do that." We can't serve custard with a mixed grill.
It could be an egg thing.
Yeah, that could be an egg thing. Or that could just be they think you're crazy if you want custard with your mixed grill.
Do you think maybe I said custard by accident?
Well, maybe... No, I'm not saying you did. I'm saying maybe they thought you did. Maybe they misheard you.
Yeah.
Or maybe you just coughed as you said mustard. Custard. Just a thought.
Oh, Captain.
Like I would if I was Captain.
What?
So it's a Biffy Clyro song.
A who?
Biffy Clyro. Have you never heard Biffy Clyro?
No, who's Biffy Clyro?
Go get in the sea.
Who's Biffy Clyro?
They're a band. A Scottish band.
Never heard of.
Oh my god. Right, okay, when we're done here, I'm playing you some Biffy Clyro. I can't believe you've never heard of Biffy Clyro.
Biffy Clyro? I've never heard. I would have... No, I would have heard of... No, surely it doesn't work like that. Biffy Clyro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, these are words that I would... If I've heard them before... not necessarily together, but if I'd heard either of those words before in my life, that would have stood out, and something would have been coming back right now. But there's nothing there.
Dear listeners, please flood our email inbox with links to Biffy Clyro stuff, just so Ted can have a listen, because he needs to listen to Biffy Clyro. Anyway,
let's have some music on the show now. The Late Greats with River's Edge.
nothing left here to see, and you're a bottle washed ashore. I wait where the water washes up all of the junk that you and me forgot. Too late to go home anyway. Meet me by the river's edge. See you by the river's edge.
And that was River's Edge from the Late Greats. That track you can find on Spotify, and you can get in touch with them on Twitter at @the_Late Greats. I quite like that track. That's right up my street. Definitely my style of music. Quite an upbeat rock and roll. I don't suppose you call it rock and roll these days. That's more indie rock.
Indie rock, yeah.
Yeah, indie rock type. Which, like I say, is right on my street.
You like the upbeat ones, don't you?
I do like a bit of that.
Yeah. Head bopping. You like head bopping? I remember that.
Head bopping.
Head bopping.
Anyone
tracks.
that saw my Instagram video from when I was working at the radio station the other week will see how much I like head bopping.
Yeah.
So did you see that?
I did see that.
I just couldn't help myself.
What was the caption you put in? Yeah, this just happened.
Then this happened.
Then this happened. As you bobbing your head about.
Well, we were listening to a track from the Brand New Heavies, I think. I'm going to have to have a quick search for it. But yeah, it was a track by the Brand New Heavies. And yeah, I just couldn't help but find myself bobbing along to it. I thought it was really good. What was it called? Here we go. Turn the Music Up by the Brand New Heavies.
Oh, there you go. That's something else to look out for.
Yeah, if you're into your soul.
If you're into your head bopping.
And your head bopping, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go. Listen to it. The Late Greats.
Listen to the Late Greats. Okay, I've got a great idea, but just bear with me. I'm just going to try and find...
Is this the Italian job now? Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea.
I've got a great idea. Do you ever think about that?
What, the Italian job?
Yeah. Do you ever
and what actually happened afterwards?
Do you ever sit there thinking, I could get them out of that situation?
I probably have at some point, not for a long time.
I have thought about it. It has occupied my mind before now, and I've thought, how do we get? Because I feel part of it. Obviously, you know, you go through. You know, you're part of the gang.
Yeah.
Hey, listeners, if you've got it, how they get out of this situation? Okay, just a little bit of a recap. What have we got? We've got a coach with a large amount of gold. How would you describe that amount of gold?
A large pallet full of gold.
Brilliant. Yeah. So you've got a pallet stacked high with gold, obviously incredibly heavy.
Yep.
It's on a coach. A coach has no seats. It's just an empty coach. The coach is hanging off the side of a mountain.
Literally a cliffhanger.
Literally a cliffhanger. There's back doors.
Yep.
That open outwards. And how many would you say were on there? 9, 10 guys?
Was there that many? I thought it was only like 4 or 5.
Well, hang on a minute.
Because the coach driver plus the 3 mini drivers.
Okay, so you got Big William.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember all the characters'
Big
names.
William's the coach driver.
Yep.
Yeah. You got Charlie.
Yep.
Yeah. You got Camp Freddy.
Yep.
There were 2 posh guys. I don't know, probably Julian and
Archibald.
I don't know. Listeners, you can clear this up for us later. Anyway, but there were 3 minis. Each one contained 2 people, except one of them had more than that. No. I'm talking nonsense now. No, because I was thinking if somebody was sat in the back. Because I remember earlier on in the film, somebody was complaining that they get car sick.
Yeah.
And then Charlie says, no, everybody sits in the back of the motors.
Yeah.
Or worse to that effect.
That's a good impression.
Yeah,
I like
you get in the back. Want to be dead.
That was a bit South African then.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Diplomatic immunity.
So that's 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, maybe there is up to about 10 guys there. Then,
might be. Okay, so you've got up to 10 guys in the coach. They're all over towards the side where the coach is actually on the ground. Every time they go towards the gold to drag it across. Well, you know the film. If you don't know the film, you should have watched it.
Yeah, go get in the sea.
Go so, how would you get out of that scenario? Listeners, give us your answers, please.
Answers on a postcard at Tuesday_podcast.
At Tuesday_podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, CJ.
Hello.
Should we have some music?
Yes, let's have some more music.
Yes, let's have some more music. Let's have a listen to She Gives a Smile from Baz'n'Guitar.
Baz'n'Guitar.
She Gives a Smile.
Here we go.
gives a smile, and it seems to change the light. He'd like to ask her out, but doubt just fills his mind. Step up to the plate, man, and grab life while you can. There ain't no record, no reruns. Come on, make a stand. He sees his chance now, and his heart beats are racing fast. He musters all of his courage. Now it's time to defeat his past. Step up to the plate, man, and grab life while you can. There ain't no record, no reruns. Come on, make a stand. Years have passed now. They both recall that day. Shy boy won his battle and changed his old ways. You stood up to the plate, man, and you grabbed life with both hands. No record, no reruns. You made a stand, made a stand. You stood up to the plate, man, and you grabbed life with both hands. Ain't no record, no reruns. You took your chance. You took your chance.
And that was Baz'n'Guitar with She Gives a Smile, available on SoundCloud.
Okay. How do we find them on SoundCloud?
You would search for Baz'n'Guitar.
Is that B-A-Z-N guitar or and guitar?
It's N.
Guitar.
Guitar. Like you'd have B&B.
Like B&B, Guns N' Roses, Rock and Roll,
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips, chips and cheese.
Chips and, yeah.
Potato. No, that doesn't
No,
work.
no. Unless it was potato.
Big Cat and the Beaver.
Big Cat and Beaver. Yeah, that's another classic example.
That's a bit northern. Big Cat and Beaver.
Yeah. Or Airbnb, which is sometimes just Airbnb.
Yeah, B-N. So yeah, Baz'n'Guitar.
Baz'n'Guitar.
On SoundCloud.
1 second. Baz'n'Guitar. So on SoundCloud, you'll find him by going Baz'n'Guitar, which is B-A-Z-N, and then guitar. You can work out the rest of that. Liverpool based, I believe.
Liverpool. Nice.
Liverpool.
Hey, calm down. So Ted, what have you been up to this week?
Well, I've been working in Oxford. That's been interesting. So I've been down there for a couple of weeks now. As I'm sure you're aware, Oxford is not a friendly city for the car.
No, definitely not.
In fact, I think you said you were in Oxford the other day, weren't you?
I was in Oxford on Wednesday afternoon, yeah. Parking. It took me longer to find a parking space
Yeah.
than it did to actually drive to Oxford.
Yeah.
And that's genuine. It took me over an hour to find a parking space where I needed to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So I'm finding, incidentally, you could have just dropped me a text to say you were in town.
I was busy.
Okay.
And I had man flu.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, the interesting thing is that I found so far that no 2 days' traffic is the same.
That's interesting.
It is interesting. Nothing seems to make any kind of sense.
Mm.
So I've gone from a range of slightly late to sort of medium late to incredibly early. The best I managed was 1 hour and 50 minutes early for work, which was something which was quite extraordinary.
Mm. Did you go and get breakfast at that point? And
I did get a Red Bull, yes.
a Red Bull. Well, it gives you wings, so that's okay.
It did. In fact, wings would be quite handy to get past all the traffic.
Mm. I was looking at Facebook the other day and I saw basically like a drone that somebody can stand on.
Oh, yeah.
And they were flying around like over water. They were obviously testing it over water in case it all went wrong, they wouldn't die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was basically like they had like this backpack on, which is obviously like had the batteries to power the rotors to give them lift and all that. And yeah, they're just flying around the place. I was like, I need one of those for work.
A drone with a person?
A drone with a person on top of it.
Well, it's not a drone then, is it?
Well, you know what I mean.
That's an aeroplane.
But you know what I mean. It's
that's a aircraft.
Yeah, but but you know what I mean though. That it was a small thing that someone can stand on that's got a couple of rotors and it enabled them to fly. And I thought that was quite interesting. And I thought I could do with one of those.
That is interesting. So basically, it's finally happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
So give it time, everyone will have one.
And then you won't need cars.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, then we'll just end up with lots of mid-air collisions.
Mm.
Scary times.
Mm. Anyway, sorry.
Tell you what, well, no, I mean, in terms of traffic, I reckon it's probably only second to London, which we visited, and during our time, we spoke to Will.
Yep.
Will Hanley, who was down there doing something or other. Will is a bit of a foodie.
Yeah, he's definitely a foodie.
Bit of a foodie journo, and is somewhat responsible for In Good Taste, which is a online magazine with food and culture and other bits and pieces. So we caught up with Will and had a chat about food, shopping for food, and eating out in London and elsewhere.
Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
So we're just taking a little walk into the borough of Kensington and Chelsea, where we are going to the Millennium Gloucester Hotel to meet up with William Hanley and see what he's been up to.
Yeah.
See what he's doing at the moment. And yeah, I'm sure we'll probably talk about food as well.
Singing my song if he's talking about food. Or talking my talk, one of the two.
Or eating your supper.
Yeah, something like that.
It's quite nice around here.
Except for the traffic.
Yeah. It'd be quite nice to have a little shoebox flat around here.
Yeah. It's the cost though.
I know.
Like say even for a shoebox you're still looking £1,000 a month.
Yeah, but £1,000 a month?
Yeah.
Well, you're lucky if you're looking at £1,000 a month.
Well, yeah, exactly.
More than that, but
I'm talking literally a shoebox.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
well, not
maybe
literally a shoebox, obviously.
But
because all you can put in there is your shoes.
Well, yeah. Maybe a pair of socks inside the shoes.
Yeah.
Right, where are we meeting him?
There he is.
There he is.
How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
Yeah, good to see you.
Oh well.
Hi,
All right.
Going? You guys good?
Yeah, good man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, fantastic. Just arrived myself, so
Yeah.
I just ordered a pint. So
Ordered a pint. I love it.
Do you want a pint?
So
Yeah, I'll take a pint.
So what are you working on at the moment then? You've got In Good Taste.
yes,
Going.
In Good Taste is in the online magazine, which is to get contributors from journalists from across the spectrum. Obviously, my background being restaurants and food. We also have music, travel, the arts, the whole package. And that being part of the larger company is the PR arm of things and events and multimedia production, things we're doing now. So it's an exciting time. We've got a new team together now, including a national broadcast journalist and a professional musician as well. So it's all about to be revealed soon. Things are on the up, so it's looking quite good. We're going to be spreading our wings all over the place. So be not just London centric for most of it, but be everywhere we can. So exciting times really.
Fantastic.
Well, a few themes that just come to mind really, especially going into the new year. The way food in London has evolved over, let's even say, the last 5 years as an example, where we've had these kind of proper burgers come into the UK. You've not been able to get a good burger in the UK before about 5 years ago. You had to go all the way to America to get it done. The same with barbecue. We knew nothing about barbecue until the advent of Adam Richman and Man vs. Food programs like this. And that has led to a higher expectation from diners of the quality of food that they're going to get at every level, from pub upwards, really. And there's something that I've always been passionate about that links into this, which is how fine dining is actually affordable now. So you can go to a pub, or you can go to one of these new high-end burger places, and you can spend, up to maybe £15 on a burger and some chips, and then you have a pint on top of that, 20 quid, etc., and it stacks up. Now, London has overtaken New York, and even my friends from New York will admit this now, begrudgingly, that London has become a better city than New York for diversity of dining, what's available, budgets, and just the whole experience in general. The service is still better in America, but that's probably a subject for a different day. Now, fine dining on a budget is there for you. It's something that I've always been trying to promote. Now, you can go to a restaurant, for example, somewhere I like to go to very often, Galvin. The Galvin Empire is quite a large one across London. The two French brothers have many restaurants. And they have a Michelin star restaurant in the Park Lane Hilton, and you can get the set lunch there at 25 nicker.
Nice. Right.
So that's just a couple of quid more than you're spending on your gastropub lasagna and chips. If you just go in, have a few glasses of tap water, have a 3-course lunch, done. They have another one, I think they do, £18.50, the one on Baker Street, the Bistro Deluxe, somewhere like that. The other day, I went to a restaurant, a chef who's one of my favourites, Claude Bosey, at Bibendum, the Michelin house just round the corner from here in South Kensington, the one with the actual Michelin man all over it. And it happens, it's a 2-star restaurant now. But you have a range of options when you go there. You can go all out and have this wonderful decadent tasting menu and spend hundreds of pounds on wine. But if you go for the lunch menu, you can have a starter, a main and a purge. It'll be about 30, 35 quid, something like that. But they've introduced something a bit more fun and a bit more homely to it, i.e. the main course, they have a trolley, like you'd find in, say, a club that you gentlemen may have visited for dinner. It's the St James's area or somewhere like that, and you can have peppered steak and gratin dauphinoise instead. And the variations there, you don't have to go fine dining and spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds. You can have the best quality food, the best quality service available to you in London for a comparative price that you would spend in a gastro pub or something of such like quality. And fine dining is making a comeback now. Since we had this advent of all these restaurants that we mentioned earlier, there was a bit of a rebellion against fine dining, and it's like, oh no, it's just all stuffy and old, and it isn't. It is the forefront of cooking, and it always will be. It is very modern and contemporary, and it won't whack you in the wallet if you know what you're doing. And the deals are there; they're easy to find. Go on a website, book online, something like OpenTable or one of their competitors, and you'll find a really good day out. No problem, no questions asked.
Do you think there's actually more appetite for fine dining now than there was before? And do you think anything in terms of popular culture has brought that about?
I think there is, absolutely. In the past, if you think, for example, TV cooking, up until the 90s and early 2000s, TV cooking was home cooks. It was the Delias of the world, and the Jamies, and the whole they had over it. Now, celebrity cooks are celebrity chefs. The cooks you watch on television are the top of their game. They're the Michel Roux Juniors, the Marcus Warings, the Gordon Ramsays of the world. And again, as we were saying earlier, people's expectations are raised because of the game that they are bringing. and it has made fine dining more accessible. People know who these chefs are, whereas 10 years ago, if you said Michel Roux, they just say, well, Michel who? Another thing is getting, again, more popular in here and in the United States, believe it or not. When I was last in the United States 2 years ago now, and we all associate American drinking with A, well, they can't drink, but B, it's all light beers, lagers, or straight liquor. There's this big schism, and there's nothing in between. Now, last time I was in America, I go into the Safeway or whatever, and there's all this craft beer everywhere. It's all over the place. There are there's all these crazy names, like Drunken Donkey or whatever, something like that, and th% all about 8-9% ABV for a full pack of beers. You take a few of those home, you've had your whole night, you're done, you're in bed by 9 o'clock. But that same thing's happened over here. Now the craft beer revolution really is a revolution. It's so much revolution. The big nasty brewery taking over a lot of them themselves, but it's encouraging more people to get into our great British institution that is beer, and it should definitely be encouraged. It's a great way to start a business, starting a microbrewery and selling craft beer, and that's something that's only going up and up. Something in 2018 is a trend that's only going to continue. I think Brewdog, one of the big ones, they're opening a hotel.
Okay.
And they're going to serve. I think that I've heard rumours, unconfirmed rumours, there's going to be draft beer available in the bedrooms.
Nice.
So that's definitely.
I think you should cite your sources on that one.
Unconfirmed reports. I hope there's some kind of PR night to go and see for myself and test out. But yes, beer's only going up and up, and I think that's a really good thing for British traditions, and also where we're going with our great history.
Yeah.
But hopefully what we're seeing with craft beer being available and people serving good food, there must be, with hopefully the way pubs are recovering, that is having an impact on it in a positive way. It's even got to the point that I've heard, again, unconfirmed rumours, you never know what you read in the press these days, could be fake news, with the levies on alcohol in Scotland now, Scots are actually doing what we did in the 90s and doing booze cruises across the border to England, when we used to go over to Calais, we would stock up on fags and bottles of wine and come back over again. So
bring back as much as your boot could carry.
It seems England is the place to be to get your alcohol at the moment of all places. So that's an interesting one to see how it's going to play out. Not just Buckfast.
Talking of gastropubs, I noticed we've got, where was I? Marks and Spencer's. Marks and Spencer's Food. I've got a range of ready meals called gastro pub range of food, or whatever they call it.
At what point is Marks and Spencer's going to bring out their pre-digested range? That's what's next, isn't it? They do everything for you now.
Gourmet baby food, essentially.
That's it. Now you just stick it in the microwave.
The system of the cat.
Pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes and flush it, and you're done.
Well, when it comes to supermarkets, I think another trend that's going up and up into the next year, and it's something that I take advantage of, certainly, are what were used to be the sneered upon budget supermarkets. I shop regularly now at Aldi and Lidl, go there, and I can do my week shop, and it's all very good quality food. I think Aldi is the first certified 100% organic supermarket for fresh meat and fish or something along those lines, and I do my weekly shop there for about 40 quid. I get a lot of fresh meat and veg, mainly all my veg there, and just in case I need a blow-up jacuzzi that I find in the middle aisle, I'll buy one of those as well. But
that's just what you do.
They're taking on the big boys.
Didn't think you were going with jacuzzi, but yeah.
Miscellaneous camping equipment. They'll only see the garage.
Blow-up mattress. Blow-up bar.
But yes, they're really doing the job, and they're sticking it to the big boys. They're going to go up and up. And if you time it perfectly, like you have in Kettering, for instance, you've got an Aldi next to Tesco's. You can go to Aldi and you can get some of your meats. They're expensive. Like chicken's expensive meat these days. Probably one of the most expensive by weight you can buy that, and all your veg there. And then go to Tesco's. Market Harbour is another one. And now next to Waitrose, even better. So you can go to Aldi there and then go to Waitrose for your essential champagne-scented toilet paper. I stress the word essential.
Essential. But that's the thing. I mean, you talk about budget. I can do a month's worth of budget supermarket shopping for the amount it costs to do a week's worth of, one of the other big three, or big four, however many there are now. I think that does make quite a difference.
What is interesting though is the way that you shop. So, I mean, I can't believe we're having a discussion about supermarkets, but Waitrose, for example.
You're a Waitrose man, definitely.
Yeah, probably a Waitrose man. But I can go to Waitrose not paying attention, and I get to the till and think, my God, what happened?
It was just a basket.
What happened? You know, especially if I.
It's 80 quid.
Exactly. It's that kind of
rest. £180,000
I only came in for one dinner. You know, but other times, if I am concentrating, then and you can concentrate because you haven't got the crowds. You haven't got, you know, maybe it's just an easy, I don't know, or maybe I'm just used to where everything is.
Yeah.
But if I've got the time, I look for the red tickets, and I can come away and actually surprise myself with the deals that are available and really do quite well, exceptionally well. I mean, I could, you know, save money rather than overspend.
I find Waitrose, they're getting a lot better there because they have to compete with the other big ones, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Asda.
Yeah.
Their prices are definitely coming down, and certainly with because they've got the essentials range as well. The essential champagne scented toilet roll and whatever, you know.
Essential long sleeve biscuit crisps.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think Waitrose is definitely doing a lot better than they used to. They were very elite when they first came around.
Yeah.
Because they're incredibly expensive, but I think they're doing a lot better than they used to.
I think that perception still exists, but there are always deals to be had.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to be converted to Tesco yet.
Another topic on going back to the theme we've been on today about the evolution of food and how it's got a lot more accessible and better quality would be the pizza revolution in London. I mean, again, going back to the point where in this specific case, in the past, all we had were these machined out things like Pizza Huts and etc. Where again, you dump 20 quid on a pizza, 20 quid on a pizza. There's no love and care and anything like that. And now we have these absolutely fantastic Napoli-style pizzerias in London. If you go, I mean, even the chain ones are brilliant. Even somewhere like, say, Franco Manca, there's loads of them now. You go in, and I always tend to have a margarita in these places. I like to see the quality of the tomato sauce, the quality of the fior di latte they use, and this nice sourdough base. The sourdough is that a word that has been resonating a lot with the trends recently, isn't it? That's something, another topic on bread. But then you actually have the big guns from Naples in London now, like Antica di Michele in Stoke Newington are opening a new one in Baker Street. They're regarded as the best in the world.
Okay.
However, my top tip would be a place called Quartieri. And that's on the Kilburn High Road, the glamorous Kilburn High Road, and it's a very, very friendly place. I went in there during the soft opening of it, and you go in and you have the best pizza you've ever had, and I really mean the best pizza you've ever had, for £6.
Wow.
£6, and they fly all their ingredients in every day from Naples, all the San Marzano tomato, 00 flour, all of the cheese, everything you need. You can go in there, have a glass of wine, the pizza, and it's the best tenner you'll ever spend.
How is that sustainable, though? I mean, that's a very cheap.
I think the simple answer to that would be the ingredients. If you think of the components of pizza, are dirt cheap. Really, it is essentially just flour, water, the tomatoes, and the cheese. The reason why they're so expensive in the chain restaurants is because they had the monopoly on it, and they can charge what they like, and they've got a lot more staff, etc. And they're incomparable, really. The style of pizza you're going to get in somewhere like this, to like a Pizza Hut. I mean, don't knock Pizza Express. They've obviously been around since the 60s, and they're always that reliable restaurant wherever you are in the country. You can just go there, and you know you'll get a decent pizza and a decent glass of wine, and it'll be an okay price. But the pizza revolution is still very much ongoing, and the quality is absolutely fantastic. For the price you pay for it is unbelievable. Better than burgers and anything else. I'd say pizzas are the number one in London now when it comes to Napoli style food.
There's definitely something to be said about pizza as well. In quality on your massive chains, your Domino's, your Pizza Hut. It's just plummeting downhill. Like you say, there's no love in it. They don't care about it.
And a Domino will set you back 20 odd quid every time you do something like that. I mean, yes, sometimes a Domino's is essential. You don't want to have a really nice Napoli pizza when you've got a hangover that feels like a donkey kicked you.
You need a gut-busting, artery-hardening Domino's.
Yeah, absolutely. There is a time and a place for it. Obviously, we all love these things. We don't eat artisan food every day. But that's definitely.
Papa John's is also available.
Papa
Papa John's also available.
Yeah,
I do like myself a Papa John's.
I do like a Papa John's. Yeah. There's one, and I'd like to say it's a trend on pizza that hasn't actually evolved in the UK yet, anywhere that I know of, would be an actual proper Chicago style pizza.
Right.
Because a proper Chicago deep dish pizza, the cheese is on the bottom and the sauce is on the top.
Yeah.
And it takes about 45 minutes to bake it. And I went to Chicago a couple of years ago, and I went to I did my research and found one of the places that is supposed to be the best.
Yeah.
And I said, oh God, give me a large. I'm just come off a plane. I'm bloody starving. Like, are you sure? Like, come on, this is America. Like, yeah, I'm sure. Lovely waitress. Serving pints with local craft beer. And this pizza showed up, and it must have been probably only about a foot in diameter, which for pizza size is there's nothing really.
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah.
And I got probably about 2 slices down before I had to call for the doggy bag.
Wow.
It was because it's like 3 inches thick as well.
Yeah,
You seem to forget, just absolutely loaded. In America, there's nowhere to hide with food, is there? They absolutely stack it up. But there's nowhere in London doing that yet, and I don't know if there's a reason for that. But it's definitely an idea that I'd certainly like to see when it comes to pizzas in London.
Business idea. Let's open an American restaurant in London.
Let's keep that between us.
Proper American food. Like I said, I absolutely love American hash browns.
Yes.
That's gorgeous. Oh my God.
There's a few places do tater tots now.
Yeah.
You can get
See, you say tater tots, I say oven crunchies. That's what tater tots
Tater tots sounds more on trend.
True.
Oven crunchy sounds a bit Iceland.
That's it, but I remember my nan going to Iceland buying fish fingers, oven crunchies and peas, and that was a staple, or turkey burgers, and that was a staple dinner every week. Used to love that. Absolutely love it. But you can't buy oven crunchies anymore. You just can't get them.
No.
So, shame.
They're go online and pay some extortionate price for some non-import duty or something along those lines.
It's bloody called tater tots now. Thanks, America.
Yeah, cheers.
So the hangover of the old supermarket pizza that we had 10, 15 years ago is going away. I noticed actually, even in the supermarket, I'm going back to supermarkets again, but even in the supermarkets, the quality of the pizzas that you buy has increased phenomenally.
Yes, they have, yeah.
Even
and again, they're all sourdough based, 00 flour, and they're premium pizzas. You'll pay, what, £6-7 quid now for a supermarket pizza, something like that?
But what seems to be pushing that is the Pizza Express, we mentioned that, in the supermarket. The supermarket brands following that trend as well. But do you think that actually we haven't got the traditional, as it were, the Chicago pizza, we haven't got that influence because there's more of an influence from, or more of an appetite for the authentic Italian?
Well, yes, I think, now we have a almost direct division, really. We either have these Napoli style pizzas, the high-end ones, which you can buy kind of pseudo supermarket versions of as well, and then like the kind of your Domino's for after you've had a few too many Buckies the night before. And obviously when it comes to the Chicago, like say style one for instance, the reason why they might not be over here, you won't get them in supermarkets at all. That's never going to happen. But they do take a long time to make as well, and there's quite a lot of prep and ingredients that go into them. But I think it is something that is inevitable. I'm still scratching my head as to why I've heard no rumours why this hasn't become material yet, but I definitely think it will at some point.
Is that maybe down to potentially the fast food culture that we've got though? Where people want their food within minutes,
I think
rather than waiting nearly an hour for their pizza to be ready.
Exactly, I think that time limit thing might be an issue with it. Yeah, definitely. That'd be the only hang-up that I could really imagine.
Even then, I think fast food is kind of dying out. Fast food isn't fast anymore.
No, it's not.
Even McDonald's, it's all made fresh now. You don't get they're getting rid of all the shelves with the burgers.
Well, they're removing the staff as well, aren't they?
Well, yeah,
you go in and order on the screen now.
And the bacon, apparently.
I saw something. I didn't click. I thought it was just pure clickbait, so I didn't bother going on to that.
No. McDonald's have got a national shortage of bacon.
There is a shortage of bacon.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It must be all down to all the pigs in blankets for Christmas.
It must be.
Yeah. Everyone's stolen the bacon.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe it. Could not believe that. But we want bacon on our muffin. Where's the bacon gone?
I think Bad Wolf finally won.
Yeah, clearly, yeah.
But you're right, fast food isn't that fast anymore.
No, it's dying. Fast food is dying.
But that's. But at least, so where we are now, we don't even have to go to the restaurant. We can get a courier to bring the food to us. London is all about Uber Eats and Deliveroo and things like that. You can get absolutely anything ordered to you pretty much 24 hours a day, straight to your hotel room, your flat, your house, wherever.
KFC delivered to your door.
Yeah.
Burger King delivers now as well.
And Deliveroo are expanding aggressively across the country, as Uber Eats. Deliveroo are in Northampton now, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And I think Uber Eats are going to be moving as well. There's an aggressive campaign by these companies to start rolling out nationwide. So 2018, coming to a town near you or where you were in, I think the advent of food delivery is only going to go up.
Yeah.
The only danger is that these businesses, the business models are a bit hazy and they don't make much money. They're quite good at making a loss. Deliveroo especially. Yeah. So I think that they're having to sort of evolve their business models to be able to cope with it. But at the moment, it looks like it's only going up and up and up. And also, McDonald's announced that they're going to start accepting bitcoins next year.
Oh my God!
So the way we pay for food is changing. Already is with things like Apple Pay and all these things we have now. Our increasingly cashless society that we're now living in. How often do we carry cash now? Really,
never.
It's all done with the click of an iPhone or an Android or something like that. That's when it comes to pubs, that's happened again.
Yeah.
You can go to Wetherspoons now, and you can sit at a table, get the app out, and order a beer, and it will be delivered to your table.
I heard about that.
I've done it, and it is amazing.
Yeah, I've not heard this.
You go to a Wetherspoons pub and there's an app, and you order your beer from your table, and they all bring it to you.
Cool.
You can order food, beer, a whole lot.
This is everything going full circle. Because I remember, I don't remember because I'm not quite that old, but I remember before pubs got refurbished.
Before the war.
Not before. Crimea War. No. But no, seriously. Probably before the second Gulf War. Certainly. When I was younger, we used to go to the pub. Obviously 18, 17, 16. 50. And in those days the pubs were proper pubs. I mean, I looked online recently. I was originally from Stockport, and one of the pubs there, I thought, I won't mention it because I'm going to slate it, but the old it, which was over 20 years ago, compared to what it is now, it's like, it's a gastropub, it's fabulous, it's trendy. Back then, it was a dirty, dusty place. There was a bell jar with a few pork pies that may have been there for quite some time, and that was the sort of pub we're going to. But anyway, where I'm going with this is that on the walls you'd have the little bells. Yeah. Not in use anymore. Probably pre-war, maybe they were. But you'd have the bells. So we're going full circle to the time when you would press the bell to get service, and now we're doing it with an app. Yeah, and the other thing about that app is you can also buy beers for other people. Yeah. In like Wetherspoons, tables are numbered. You say, I can sit here, you could go over there, and should I find you attractive, which of course I do, I could order a bit of drinks anonymously to be sent to your table. Oh, interesting. It's horrific. You can play a bit of drink, and you can also play a bit of drink roulette. A pint of Sambuca, not me. No, it wasn't me. No, not at all.
Of a flaming Sambuca. Yeah, right.
So that's a fun way to get people back into pubs, and also for the younger generation.
Well, that's what it is. It's getting the young people back in.
Well, Wetherspoons has that reputation, doesn't it, for being the daytime shift of the kind of almost zombie-like old men, for instance, without being too rude. The pub daytime shift. The daytime shift. They've got to put the hours in. Before the evening. So I think that's a great way of engagement. And again, it works through like Apple Pay, Android Pay, all that kind of stuff. So it's no frills. It's all cashless. And you don't see your money evaporating in front of your hands like you used to. Wonder why your skin's next time you go to a tap machine and actually bother to check your balance.
But you then don't get that joy of going out on a night out and coming back with more money than you started with, and going, where did this extra money come from? And you don't get that joy anymore.
Exactly.
I've never worked that out. It's probably someone's given me money to go to the bar. That's when you blacked out. You missed out a casino or some gullible friend.
Yeah, the casino did pop into my head when you said that.
Well, the thing is, someone's given me a £20 note to buy a drink, and I'm going to have to change from that. Thank you.
Which might get you a drink around here if you're lucky.
Yeah.
God. Do you know, another example of where I was going with that was, how we're getting everything delivered. You know, we're talking about Deliveroo and all that sort of stuff. Everything's coming to the door. Yet, in the old days, it was the milk. We'd get the milk delivered. Now we go out and buy the milk.
Yeah,
we get the hot food delivered.
Yeah, no one has milk delivered anymore.
No, hardly anyone does.
Isn't that strange?
That was our chat with Will. Actually, quite nice to get him down into the studio one day and give us a bit of updated flavour of what's happening in food.
Go and try out some of the food in these restaurants that Will has suggested. But for me personally, I'm not going to spend quite so much time in the big city, in the big smoke. I'd like to find something a bit more local. Let's see what his take is on the local cuisine as well.
I think we've already done a shout out for breakfast options for our listeners. But yeah, if you've got a particular restaurant, eatery, or just a great local dish that you want us to know about, get in touch. Tell us what it is. We might sample it. And,
we definitely will sample it.
We will definitely sample it. And if we're allowed to have mustard.
and bacon.
And we'll see what we think.
And we're going to turn things down a little bit now, and we're going to listen to Anna Jones with All I Can Do.
The sun is shining overhead, the sky is blue, and all that's in my head are thoughts of you. It's all I can do. I feel I'm floating on the breeze, and what you do brings me to my knees, and I think of you. It's all I can do. So take me where the sand is gold, and walking hand in hand, our love unfolding, it's true. It's all I wanna do. And lie with me in the evergreen. Our love is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's true. It's all I can do. The music fills the warm, sweet air. Never live a life without a care. Oh, since I met you, there's not a thing I can't do. I never thought life could be so good. I never thought that I should dream of you. In case it's not true, so take me where the sand is gold, and walking hand in hand, our love unfolding, it's true. It's all I wanna do. And lie with me in the evergreen. Our love is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's true. It's all I can do.
And that was All I Can Do by Anna Jones. And I caught up with Anna a month or so ago, and we had a chat about her music, and that'll be coming to you next week, along with a few more tracks. You know, I was thinking, we talk a lot about Twitter.
We do.
But we were not really promoting the fact that we are also on Facebook.
We are on Facebook. You can find us by searching for The Tuesday Show. I tend not to go on Facebook that much. Certainly for my personal stuff. For a number of reasons. Number one, I don't really think I have that much to say. Not that it would be that interesting anyway. However...
I found that.
Yeah, thank you. But the other reason is, I'm... Maybe it's just me, but... I'm just getting a bit bored with the same things cropping up on Facebook. For example, when we get a little bit of snow or it's a bit windy outside, Facebook suddenly turns into the weather channel. The other things that get on my nerves a little bit are, and I found one this morning, where you see these pictures and there's like a tap at the top and then loads of like little containers. Some are with pipes leading to each other, some are blocked off, some are not, and then it's like, 99% will fail this. I'll tell you what, 99% don't care. They're stupid, and if you can't figure it out, then you need to go back to school and have a look at your life. So the same thing goes for all these. Going back to the food theme for this show, where it's, you'll get a picture of like three, like a drinks carton from McDonald's or your fast food drinks thing. Yeah. And it'll say, drinks thing plus another drinks thing plus another drinks thing equals 30. Yeah. A burger plus a burger plus a burger equals 15 or something like that. And then the last one is always something really ridiculous, and one of the lines will be 2 portions of chips plus 2 portions of chips plus 2 portions of chips equals 150 million. And then on the last line, it will have a variation of all of those things. So it will have a burger, a drink, and then only one portion of chips.
Yeah, or half a burger or something crazy.
That's like a burger with a bite taken out of it, and you have to try and figure out the percentage of and all. And it's just and everyone. I'm not saying that everyone gets it wrong, but everyone seems to have a different answer for these questions. And
but that's because it's designed to create lots of different answers.
But it's so frustrating. Can people just stop doing it? If you really want to test your math skills, go to university and do a maths degree, and that will really test your math skills. I just don't think Facebook is the platform to be doing mathematical equations, and having to figure out for yourself, what half a portion of chips is, or what a burger with a bite taken out or a half drink is all about.
Have you noticed these ones where you've got the picture of, I don't know, one of your Facebook friends, and then it seems to be surrounded by this person behaves like they're 24,
yes.
Looks like they're 22, and blah 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 blah, and you just think to yourself, come on, they're 56. Yeah. I mean, when has anybody ever had the result that are any older than they are?
I know. It's that. It's when it looks at your friends list and it's got you in the middle, and then it's most likely to have your back in a bar fight. This person, or most likely to run away. This person. You're just like, well, that's great, but
But when the algorithm is set, so it knows what your age is. So it just kind of it's flattering, so that all your friends think, oh my goodness, I can't believe it came out with that result. That friend of mine is a complete gopping cow. I'm going to do this because it's going to make me look great, because I'm a lot prettier than she is. And then they do it, and they get a similar result.
Yeah, this person looks like a moose. Therefore, I'm going to be much more attractive than they are. Yeah, there's those. There's the... which celebrity do you look like? Which is always completely wrong. Yeah. Apparently, I had a profile picture of Peter Griffin from Family Guy at one point, and it said that my celebrity lookalike was Tom Cruise, and I don't know quite how that worked out from a cartoon to Tom Cruise. I mean, I know Tom Cruise looks like a cartoon anyway.
It's almost as though it was worked out completely randomly. The only bit of selection was based on your gender.
Yeah, absolutely. Funny that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Facebook. I don't know. I just get a bit bored of seeing the same things over and over again.
Grinding your gears, is it?
It grinds my gears. Tell you what else grinds my gears.
Yeah.
When I can't find the droids I'm looking for. Star Wars reference, as well as a Family Guy reference.
Okay. Okay. So I'm not a Trekker, so I don't understand.
That's Star Wars, not Star Trek.
Yeah, same thing.
No, it's not.
Kind of.
It really isn't.
It's got star in it.
Yeah. So Stargate, that's got nothing to do with Star Trek or Star Wars.
What's Stargate?
Exactly. There's another film that I'll recommend you have to go and see.
You can recommend all you like.
I'm sure it's on Netflix. So anyway, yes, I may be active on Facebook under my page, CJ Brooks FM. Go find it. But under my personal account, no, I tend not to do that much. Not these days. I have a flick through every morning and wonder what nonsense people are posting, but there's a lot of politics on there as well. And
I should say at Ted James Media, just for balance there.
Yeah, don't forget Ted as well. Yeah, Ted James Media. But yeah, there's a lot of politics I'm seeing on Facebook, and I don't really do politics that much, and it's just it bores me after a while.
Yeah. Well, because it's always the same politics.
Yeah, it's always the same,
Because it's always the same people. Yes. So it doesn't matter which side of the political coin you're on, you're in an echo chamber.
Exactly that.
An echo chamber of silly quizzes for maths, an echo chamber of ridiculous, which movie star are you? You're Tom Cruise, just like everybody else.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Oh, the other one, there's more, by the way, listeners, I apologise, but there is more.
There is more.
This whole doing the OK sign with your hand. Do you know the bit I'm talking about, where you put you make an O with your forefinger and thumb, and then your other three fingers spread out. I don't understand it.
No.
What's that about? I'm seeing this a lot on social media.
Yeah. And
so, some of them are quite elaborate, and some of them are quite funny. Like I said, I don't really understand the joke, but I find that the games that people are playing with each other are quite amusing. Mm-hmm. Like, somebody will open a box and inside will be a hand making that sign. I thought that was quite amusing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't quite understand. But I'm seeing it a lot, and I'm just like, and what's going on? I mean, listeners, please explain that to me. If you know what that's about, I'll happily take an explanation, because it's going way over my head. Not a clue what's going on with that.
I've just realised, you were saying, people go on about the weather on Facebook, whereas they've got a perfectly good window, and so is everybody else. Yeah. Yeah, I seem to think, is this grinding your gears? Because I think we got a mutual friend that recently posted something quite wild about the wind.
Yeah, yes, they did. They were literally telling the wind to do one. In some not quite polite terms, because it kept them awake all night. Yeah, I guess it was a bit windy outside, but it's windy in my bedroom every night, so so I tend to sleep through
it. Beans, insomnia.
Exactly, but I don't get it. I mean, if you're a light sleeper, if that wind kept you awake, I think.
He is a bit of a delicate little flower.
Yeah, a bit of a snowflake.
Yeah,
so. I hope he doesn't listen to this podcast. I haven't actually checked with him recently. I don't know whether he does or not. If you are listening, I'm really sorry. Please don't hurt me.
But we just won't use his name. That's fine.
Exactly. We'll
change his name to protect the innocent. Exactly. So we'll call him Romanic. So if you're listening, Romanic. Yeah, bless you. Can't take a bit of wind.
I know. Like I say, another one of my friends did the same thing, and they are one of these people who they'll wake up at 4:15 in the morning just because the dog decided to climb into bed with them. And they're like, oh great, now I'm awake since 4:15, and I know for sure they don't listen to this podcast, so this is okay. Stop I don't care if it's 4:15. No one's reading your post at 4:15 in the morning, so please just stop doing that. However, I'm still waiting for these animal pages for people to send to us. So
yes.
Cats with Facebook pages. Still waiting for those. Please send them across.
Yeah, cats with Facebook, dogs with Twitter.
Yep.
Gerbils with Instagram, and
snakes with planes.
Snakes with planes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, my page has got 2 more views apparently.
Really?
Sorry, I'm going to stop looking at Facebook while we're talking. I'm not scratching for material, honest.
No, you're just scratching.
Yeah, just scratching. So yeah, there you go. That's my Facebook rant. Done. Thank you for listening, and good night.
Good night. It ground his gears.
So it's now time for the film review. Were you going to do a little jingle bit there?
No, a little jingle bit.
I thought you were going to... Okay, go on. Sorry.
No, I was just about to say, CJ, I'm surprised you said film there, because normally you use the M word.
It keeps you happy. Yeah, that's all it's about.
That's what it's all about. Finally they realised.
So we're now into the film movie Flickers awards review. We're not doing any awards here.
We could do awards. We could do that.
We could do the CJ and Ted awards.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to be expensive. They're just going to be, I don't know. Have we got anything lying about? I've got some buttons there.
Yeah, give them a button.
A button.
Nice. Anyway, so it's time for the film review. Last week I gave my review of Notting Hill, which I hope you all enjoyed, by the way. And if you didn't, well, okay, never mind. And I then set Ted the task of going off to watch Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
I watched it and I listened to it at the same time.
I'm glad about that. Yeah. So, Ted, over to you. What did you think to Ace Ventura, Pet Detective?
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Yeah, it was interesting. How old is the film now?
Oh, it's very old. Early 90s, I think.
Right, okay. Because I was reading something that said that Jim Carrey has done about, I don't know, over 60 films, which is that's actually pretty epic, isn't it? Because that's quite a few films a year.
Yeah, he's done a lot.
Yeah, how long's he been going now? How long's he been active?
Let's find out.
Okay.
You keep talking, I'll find out.
You keep talking. No, I'll keep talking, you find out.
Okay.
So Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. He is indeed a pet detective. He does some detecting, and it's a lost dolphin.
Correct.
It's a lost dolphin. So that's quite a sizable task. And you're probably used to doing, I don't know, dogs and budgies and stuff like that. But I did quite like the point where he went back to his apartment, and there were no animals to be seen whatsoever. And then he called them like Tarzan calling for. Do you remember Tarzan? Do you remember how Tarzan? Do you ever watch the Tarzan films?
A long, long time ago.
Okay, so Tarzan. What would happen if nobody remembers Tarzan? He would when it all really kicked off in the jungle. Okay.
When it was all going down.
Yeah, when it's all going down, and it gets to a critical point and it's all really kicking off. You could say when there's been a bit of a rumble in the jungle, and he needs the help of every conceivable animal that you would find in the jungle. He does his yeah, that yeah. He does it. He does his bit, and then animals come from every possible nook and cranny. Elephants come running, cheetahs leap, and birds fly into view.
Are we still talking about Tarzan?
We're still talking about Tarzan.
Okay.
I'm just working my way back to Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That was it. Yeah, I knew it was here for a reason. Yeah. Sorry, is this not the waiting room for the clinic? So Yeah, so he goes into his apartment and he calls, like Tarzan would call for all his animals, and all the animals come out. And at that point I thought, yeah, I quite like this. Before I thought it was a little bit silly. And then after that I thought it was a little bit silly.
Okay.
But it was a reasonably good film.
Did you find it particularly funny? Because it's obviously meant as a comedy movie.
It is meant as a comedy film. And
Saw what you did there.
Yeah, I thought some bits were funny. I thought some bits were just really a bit of a vehicle for some madcap Jim Carrey faces and moves.
Yes. Yeah, lots of that in that movie. Yeah.
But then I think probably there are 60 or more titles that are exactly the same, really.
And I'd agree. 62 movies he's done so far.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
And he started in 1991.
Wow. Good on him.
Yeah. It's a good effort. 27 years.
Alrighty then.
Hey. So, star rating?
Star rating.
Out of 5?
Out of 5, I would give it 3.
That's fair. Okay. I'd only give it a 4. It's not an outstanding movie, but I do really enjoy it. So.
Yeah. The thing with 5 stars is you can't go with like a half measure, can you?
No.
So 2 seems a little mean.
Well, if you only think it deserves 2, then...
Well, I don't. I think it probably deserves 2.5.
Go 2.5 then.
Hey, I'm going to go with 2.5.
Okay.
2.5 stars.
All right.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Ted doesn't like Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Only 2.5 stars. Shocking.
All right, 3. 3 stars. 3 stars. No, it was good. It was good. I thought the animals were very good. They really got into their part. I mean, you would. Yeah. I mean, they must be. They definitely. There was a badger on there. It must have been Method.
Absolutely, yeah. Must have been.
That leads me to ask you, hey, what are we going to get you to watch for next week's show?
What are you gonna ask me to review for next week?
Well, do you know what? Up until this very moment, I hadn't given it a thought.
Okay. Great, I get off scot-free for next week. Fantastic. Moving on.
Not moving on. So, what have you... I tell you what, I know that you haven't seen, because we have talked about this before. You've not seen Pulp Fiction, have you?
No. It's been on my list for a long time. I know some lines from it. But I've never actually stopped to sit and watch it all the way through.
Yeah, again, it's one of those that's heavily referenced. It's pretty well known. It was probably Quentin Tarantino, his swan song. Feud. So yeah, Pulp Fiction. That's your title for next week.
Pulp Fiction for next week. Watching that? I'm all over it, like a cheap seat. Cool. All right. Until next week, then, folks, and you'll hear me talking about Pulp Fiction.
Yes, and in the meantime, if you can think of any films
or movies
that you absolutely love and wouldn't be able to understand for one moment why somebody else hasn't seen it yet, let us know. What?
Nothing. I was getting ready to drop the Insta twit face.
Oh right, okay.
What commitment?
Yes. So anyway, listeners, don't forget, if you've got a film that you absolutely love, but you know that there's still some people out there that haven't seen it, and that really grinds your gears, then get in touch with us, and you can do that on.
Get us on Twitter at Tuesday_podcast. Send us a direct message on there, or send us an email, cjandted@thetuesdayshow.co.uk.
Yeah, or just fire suggestions in the comments, or retweet and whatever means you use.
Yeah, but as I said, it doesn't go just for movies. You want us to review anything, talk about anything, just let us know. Send us a DM or an email. Absolutely fine.
it's feedback time.
Yes, it certainly is, Ted. And to kick things off, thank you to @CharacterUnlock, which is the Character Unlock podcast, who says, give it a listen. It's going to be my background grinding noise. Just to clarify, that's grinding as in the gaming term grinding and nothing else. Thank you, @CharacterUnlock.
Electro duo Somber Moon said the Double Gloucesters will be listening today. Thank you for playing Blurred Reality.
Don't forget, keep all your feedback coming in. You can get us on direct message on Twitter @Tuesday_podcast, or indeed you can also email us, cjandted@thetuesdayshow.co.uk. All right, and it's time now just for one more track before we end the show, and this is JiJi LaVolpe with Morning.
It's time to start again and make up another plan. I've waited for a chance to understand just where in this world I am. With every moment I'm rising up. I feel so high I can touch the top. The morning light is coming, I feel alive. Have you ever felt the sky shine so bright? Wait up, I'm on the line, I've got my face up. Lost in the sky, all the gray's gone. Now's the time, and I'll make sure we do this our own way. With every moment I'm rising up. I feel so high I can touch the top. The morning light is coming, I feel alive. Have you ever felt the sky shine so bright? From the highest of views to the deepest of holes, it's time to wake up, shake up, break away from the cold. I'm enthralled, so excited for all this opportunity. Thankful for each day, and that's it for you and me. Truthfully, brutally blunt, to be specific. I'm blessed in every way for this life and all who's in it. I'm surrounded by love, I'm not afraid to admit it. Now I've woken and spoken, I'm making things different. I bring nothing but warmth, and it's coupled with sincerity. It's nice to see the colours of this world, this vibrant clarity. Your pictures paint 1,000 words like you are telling me. There's nothing I can do to describe this kind of energy, but I will try my best. I got wings on my back, fire in my chest, but I digress. For this to manifest, you gotta open your eyes, take a breath, and wake up. The winter's over, time to shake off the colder nights we're facing. A new era, I'm grateful that you are here. With every moment I'm rising up.
That was episode number 3 of The Tuesday Show. Thank you for listening.
As always, don't forget to catch us on Twitter @Tuesday_podcast, on Facebook @The Tuesday Show Podcast, and on Instagram @The Tuesday Show. You can also email us at cjandted@thetuesdayshow.co.uk. You can catch Ted and myself on InstaTwitFace @TedJamesMedia and @CJBrooksFM. That's it, I'm CJ Brooks, and he's Ted James. We are done.
Until next Tuesday, goodbye.
Sky shines so bright.
Hey, CJ. I found my microphone.
Well done.
It was here all the time.
Well done.